Hi guys, my name is Caitlin, and this is my sort of introduction to my booktube channel. I've been meaning to start this for a long time and I just haven't gotten around to it, but I figured I would start it. So this is going to be my September wrap up and my October TBR, so let's just jump right into it. So in September, I read 5 books. And that's really horrible, I'm sorry. And a novella. The novella I read was Sparks Rise by Alexandra Bracken, which is kind of the 2.5 in the Darkest Minds trilogy. I guess it comes after Never Fade, but before what's going to happen in the Afterlight, which comes out October 28th. So this is sort of the cover of it. I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was great. I loved that it was about Sam, and that it was about the camp, and you got to go back and kind of see what happened after Ruby left, for the people that she knew and everything. So I just thought it was a great novella, kind of like, not to call it a filler, but kind of great to learn more about other characters besides, Ruby and Liam and all those other people. But because, you kind of forget about the people that she left behind at the camp. So it was kind of good to go back and see what happened after she left. So really recommend it if you're reading the Darkest Minds trilogy. I love to read novellas that are in trilogies or in series that just gives you that little extra information that you didn't know you needed until you read it, and then you were like, oh, this is amazing. So definitely recommend it, especially before the third one comes out. I also read Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. This is my first Rainbow Rowell book, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't want to read her books at first just because of all, the hype about them, and I don't think I'd really heard anything bad, but I really loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, I believe. I don't think I wrote a review, but I thought it was a great love story. I personally love the ending. I love open endings like that where you kind of make your own assumption, about what happened. She gave you kind of enough information that you could kind of make your own ending and assume what happened, but I loved it. I loved Eleanor. I thought she was such a great character, and I really just had a good time reading this book. I mean, it had some, like the emotional parts about, Eleanor's family and everything, and their relationship, but I really just really enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend her books. I can't wait to read another one by her. Next, this actually might not be in the right order, but they're just the order that I have next to me. I read Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. This book has been on my shelf for so long, and it took me so long to read it because I kept putting it off because I didn't want to be disappointed, and I was not disappointed at all. Beautiful cover, by the way. I'm a huge fan of the covers of these books. I think they're so pretty. I want to buy the hardcovers. Anyway, great book. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. It's a really good dystopian. I wrote a review about it on Goodreads, so if you want to read it without, there was a little bit of spoilers, but not a lot. I really enjoyed it. It was a good dystopian. It kept me guessing the plot twist I was not expecting, which is rare for a dystopian because I find you usually can predict what's going to happen. But I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read the second one and the third one and all the novellas that you can get on the Kindle too, about the minor characters in the book that are actually really interesting characters that I can't wait to read about. So if you like dystopian, I would definitely recommend it. It's kind of unique in the way that the world is, how some people, live in pods, kind of underground. That's how I kind of got it, was it's underground, and then you have, the outsiders, or I think they have a name for them, but I can't remember, who live, in the real world and have to suffer through, the aether storms and everything like that. So it was really interesting. Then I read The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, which I read in one day. 5 out of 5 stars, amazing. I am in love with this book. I just couldn't put it down. I mean, it's by Michelle Hodkin, by the way. Sorry. Can you see that? There you go. This book is like a psychological thriller, suspense, mystery, whatever you want to categorize it as. I don't know. That's not my job, but I couldn't put this book down. I mean, I was hooked from the first page. I had to know what was going on, and the ending was just crazy, and like, I need to know what's going to happen, and I can't believe there's still another month until the last one comes out. But I mean, if you're looking for a book to just keep you on your toes, I mean, this is just amazing. This book was so good. I loved it. I loved it. I couldn't say anything bad about it. I thought it was great. Just an amazing book. Next, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alaric-Sands. Sorry about that. 5 out of 5 stars. I gave this kind of a review on Goodreads. I think the review was just, you should read this book, and that's what I'm going to say now. You should read this book. I didn't know what this book was about when I picked it up to read it. I just heard good things. And I'm really glad I didn't know what it was about, because I hate going into books like knowing everything that's going to happen. So I didn't know anything. I just sat down to read it, and I fell in love with it. And it was just great. I mean, I told my mom that she should read it because that's how much I loved it. I love recommending books to people, but just so good. Just a book that, it just made me happy. Like, there were some difficult parts and some, struggles in the book, but the book overall it was a book that made me happy. The writing was great, the plot was great, the characters were wonderful. The book it's just a good book. And it's rare that you find, for me, it's rare that I find a contemporary that I love so much that I can't stop talking about. And I really did love this book, so I definitely recommend it. 5 out of 5 stars if I didn't say that already. And the last book I read was Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April Genevieve Tichok. This is kind of a horror, I guess, kind of like a creepy book. I don't usually read scary things or watch scary things or do anything scary. I hate Halloween, which is like the exact opposite of everyone else I know, but I can't stand it. I hate Halloween. Anyway. But this book, that was the back. This book is really good. I really enjoyed it. It was creepy, but not to the point where I was like traumatized by the scariness of the book. It was kind of like sketchy creepy, and it was like, what the hell is going on? I need to know what's going to happen next. What the hell is this? So it was really good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't review it, I don't think. But yeah, I definitely liked it. If you're in the mood for like a creepy book, I would say go for it. The second one, Between the Spark and the Burn, I think there's only those two, so I can't wait to read that. So once I read that, I'll let you know what I think of the ending. But so far, so good. So that's my September wrap-up. It's 5 books and a novella, so pretty good for me. Maybe I'll read more this month. Who knows? So my October TBR, I'm already reading one book already, and that is The Infinite Moment of Us by Lauren Miracle. I'm a huge Lauren Miracle fan, so I saw this in the store. I had to get it. She also came out with a new one in her Talk to You Later series called YOLO, which I can't wait to read. I read that series so long ago, so I'm so excited that there's a new one. Anyway, look at this cover. It's beautiful. I'm sorry that this is all over the place. I'm just getting used to this camera. But it's so pretty, and it's a love story. It's a contemporary love story. I'm about 100 pages in. No complaints so far, so I'm really liking it. It's cute. Then I have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The only thing I know about this book is what I've seen in the movie previews, which is so bad, but I know that, his wife was missing and people think that he killed her. That's basically all I have. So I want to know what happens and what this book is. I'm sure there's more to it than that. And this is an adult book. And I'm an adult, so I should be reading adult books, but I don't usually read adult books, so see if I like it. I hope I do. I haven't heard anything bad. So I'll let you know. And then I have 2 sequels. The Evolution of Mara Dyer, of course, you probably could have guessed that one. And Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. I read Daughter Smoke and Bone a few months ago, so it's been a little while. But I really enjoyed it. I kind of remember how it ended. I should probably go back and skim it. But I really like that series. If you haven't started it, I would definitely recommend it. It's really good, especially if you're kind of like a fantasy person and kind of like fantasy. It's not angels, but it's like kind of, made up creatures. You know what I mean? And then I also bought a sample of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, because I've heard nothing but good things about this series from people on booktube. So I definitely want to start it, see if I like it before I buy it. So I bought a sample. And then I'll probably buy it on my Kindle and then buy it in real life if I actually like it that much. And then I bought, I didn't buy it, but I'm in the middle of Time Bound by Raisa Walker. You can't see the cover, but It's taken me forever to read this book because, actually, you can see it right there, time bound. Because I keep forgetting that I have it on my Kindle, but I like it. It's taken me a little long to read, so it's probably not going to get 5 stars, but it's going to be like a series, so I'm interested. I want to finish it and see what's going to happen next. So that is my September wrap-up and my October TBR. It's my first video, so don't be too harsh. I'm still working out the camera and the lighting and all that shit, but I have a Tumblr, a Goodreads, and Instagram. I'll put all the information down below. Comment if you liked it. Tell me what you read, what you want to read. If you've read any of these books, like what you thought. Any tag videos that you want to see. I love talking about books. I love telling you guys all about my favorite books. So anything that you want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to make a video. So have a good day. Bye.